going on, everyone? Welcome to the Rum Pure Sports NBA Hardwood show for some Thursday night NBA action. Only have 4 games, so we got a lot of time to discuss whatever the hell we want to talk about. We'll get to the games, obviously. We're going to have some fun, though, before we do that. Yesterday, our boy Big T revealed his new office setup, which consists of, I mean, really, who knows what's back there? But me and JT were talking before the show. We're kind of interested to get a little more information on what is exactly behind Big T. So, JT, let the people know kind of what we were thinking about doing today.
Listen, I think this is a perfect opportunity for some show and tell. Big T is in a new location. Obviously, we can't share where that is because he's very popular. But there are some photos back there that I think are from perhaps the Paleolithic era. I think there's some maybe taken with the first camera ever. And there may even be some, looks like some weapons back there. I don't know. It's fascinating. And I think we should take a look at some of these pictures and see what our ancestors from 8 to 10 generations ago were doing.
I agree. I think it's a great idea. Big T, as I said, yesterday revealed this new setup. He's on the road for a little while. Apparently going to be moving locations. So, I mean, before he gets out of this location, I think it's only fair if we get a little closer look at what is exactly behind Big T. How does that sound, Big T? Is that something we can do today before we get into the slate?
I mean, I like it how when I'm in the Zoom, I can't really see what's behind me, but on the YouTube, when Simon zooms in on me, I can see everything perfectly clear. So he gives the good shot.
One thing, yeah, for sure. One thing right out of the gate that I'm very, very curious of is right over your right shoulder. There's a white and black thing on the top of that shelf up there, right next to the picture, other side. Sorry, it's like a white and black. Yeah, right next to that picture. What the hell is that thing?
Yeah, we got to get a look at that.
Now that other thing, all the way the other side. Other side. Keep going. That thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't even fit though. It doesn't fit.
Please? Put it on. Get that other hat off. Try those hats on. Come on. Yeah, there it is.
There we go. There we go. Oh
yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't fit,
Cowboy Big T. Oh yeah.
A little longer.
You guys are gonna get me in trouble here.
A little longer. Come on. Let us just get a picture of that. I mean, you didn't even keep it on long enough.
Look at it.
Grab a screenshot.
The chat is loving it.
That is beautiful.
I'll put it on
beautiful
here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Indiana
Big T. Yes.
Yes. Oh, I love it. JT,
beautiful.
Is there anything that has caught your eye back there?
I need to get a close up. I need to get a closer look at one of those pictures up top over your left shoulder. Bring one of those bad boys down.
They're good.
Let me get the one of the two little girls that seem to be hugging in a nice, friendly family pose. Let's take a look at that up top.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Upper
all the way up top. You can reach that. That one up top. All the way.
We want to see Big T's ancestors all the way up there, above your head.
Up there?
Yeah. On top.
I can't reach that.
Oh, that's a cop out.
Yeah, we want to see Big T's ancestors. And give us something else. Give us something you think would be interesting.
Yeah, tell us a story about one of the antiques that are in that little bookcase there.
We got one of the wife as a kid. I mean, we got a.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, now we're talking. All right,
yeah, we got a lot of.
All right.
I'm good as long as you wear that hat the rest of the show. I mean,
it doesn't fit. That's the problem.
It doesn't?
No,
I think it fits quite well.
I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Looks like it's a perfect fit.
The Indiana Jones call is, I mean, phenomenal. That's
Indiana Big T.
The chat is loving it.
Oh, that is so good. Oh gosh. Yeah, so Big T, like I said, is on the road. Got the new setup here. He'll be back home in a couple of weeks, but he's going to be traveling. So you got to make sure you tune in every show to kind of see where Big T's at. We had this set up yesterday, back here today. Feels good. Some good mojo yesterday. Going to have a little more today, right? I mean, anything else, boys?
I got everyone's just dying laughing at me out in the house, by the way.
Oh, they're
'Cause
watching?
in this house, there's like you can like see it's all glass.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
The entire house is laughing at me.
They're as amused as we are by the background and us being amused at it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
They're loving it.
Oh, I never thought Big T would be in there playing dress up. I'm sure the kids get a sight.
Oh, they're loving it. Yeah, they're having a great time with it.
Good thing we only have 4 games. Well, we did have golf kicked off today. We had some early baseball. JT, how the early baseball's looking for us here?
I had to take the early baseball off. I had other duties going on, but looks like we saw a couple of screenshots. A couple of members doing well, coming in 5th and 1st in a single entry. So it's off to a good start. Off to a really good start.
Yeah, so I didn't have a chance to hop in the DFS contests for baseball, but I went over to the bet side and I saw our boy Dunkel had that he liked the Marlins team total to go over. The team total was only like 3, and I think they had about like the 3rd or 2nd inning or 3rd or 4th inning. I bet that, so that was a solid call. Bet's team, man, they've been putting some winners out there. I've been following this stuff pretty closely, and they've been producing for us. So we have that promo code going. Get bets. If you sign up for a monthly package that includes DFS and bets, you get to try the bets portion for free for the first month. So head on over to runpuresports.com, use that promo code get bets. In terms of DFS, last night, one of our most loyal subscribers from the beginning, Jeremy Kahn, hosts a radio show out in Baltimore. DFS screen name J Love took down 20K in MLB. And, he sent us a message this morning and said, you know what, I want to go ahead and give back. And that's kind of the thing we've been doing here. Anytime people have big wins on our staff or members that have hopped in and done it, and the Discord people are staking each other, we've given away a ticket. Well, Jeremy Kahn says he wants to give away a ticket to tomorrow's big baseball contest, whatever it is on DraftKings. So tomorrow during the show, we'll be doing a ticket giveaway courtesy of Jeremy Kahn, and that will be drawn, like I said, during the show tomorrow. This is a basketball show, but it's probably going to be for the baseball. We're still figuring out the schematics of it all, but it's going to be for the baseball big contest, whatever they have on DraftKings, whether it's a 500, 600, whatever it may be. Yeah, so what was this? In the MLB 85K walk-off home run, he took down first place. Big T, Jeremy Kahn's been our boy for a while. We've been on his radio show a couple times, and he really, really loves RPS. So real cool to see him take this down last night.
Yeah, it's always good to see some of the OG Run Pure people. I mean, from the beginning, it might have even been before we officially started Run Pure. We were on the radio show. Way back, either way, whether it was before or after, way from the beginning, and he's crushed during football, crushing now, and even better, like the mojo we keep talking about, giving back to the community. We even had another person in chat today. I forget what the exact screen name was. JT might have seen it too, but he was giving away tickets today in the baseball chat too.
Yeah.
He went in there and said, is there anyone in here that can't afford but doesn't have the bankroll to play the 88 or something? Nothing huge, but great mojo. A few people said, I don't have the bankroll. He said, okay, send me your PayPal. I'll put you guys in the 88. Stuff like that is massive. There's people playing $5-10 a slate to get a chance to play at 88 because of another member, not because of us, not because of anyone. No one has to do that. Out of your own goodwill, that's just good mojo, and I love to see it.
Yeah, and it's, the community and environment that we're trying to create here of making people better, giving back, giving people an opportunity to get these big wins. And like I said, tomorrow, someone that watches this show is going to have an opportunity to hit big. It's probably going to be $100,000 top prize with, 500-600 people in the contest. So make sure to come back tomorrow and tune in. We'll be giving that ticket away courtesy of our boy, Jeremy Kahn. So JT Hayes, before we hop into the NBA slate, talk to us about the MLB and the product at Run Pure Sports and everything that we're kind of offering, so the people, if they haven't subscribed yet and they're interested in giving the MLB product a look, just give them a little insight into what we're offering there.
Yeah, the MLB product, very similar to what we do for basketball. We've got a playbook up. We're covering generally, even on the early slates, if it's a 5-game slate, we're going to be doing playbooks for those 5-game early slates. And then the main slates, we've got 4 coordinators who give out cores on the site. And then we've got another 1 or 2 that will usually post one in the Discord. So you've got 6 different options to take a look at, see where guys are kind of feeling the pitching, feeling the hitters on any given slate. And then Draft Sheet does a podcast every night, Monday through Friday, that goes up usually mid-morning, sometimes middle of the day. That gives you a first look, just in here are the games, here's who we expect to be pitching, here's the first look when we take a look at it. And then got a couple other things. I do every Sunday a preview of the Monday slate. That goes up on the Mayo Media Network. It's posted on Twitter and on that YouTube. And we're going to start a new series next week. It's going to be a few days a week. Haven't decided exactly how many, but again, a short 5-10 minute video. Here's the games. Here's the top picks. Haven't named it yet, but be on the lookout for that because it's going to come up starting next week as well. And members have been doing well. That was JP84 that you've been talking about. He hit for a nice hit last week, and then he's been doing well every day since. And he said, as long as he keeps winning, he's going to keep giving back. So fantastic mojo. He actually gave a ticket to our guy Butters the other day. Butters, he didn't make it across the finish line, put together a good lineup, fell just short, but still an opportunity to play at a little higher dollar point, get his feet wet in what those contests and cash lines look like. And it's just real good. There's coordinators in the Discord every day. Gary in there answering a lot of the members' questions all the way from the beginning of the day, like 6:30 in the morning, until the last game ends. So the guy's got incredible stamina. Get in there with your questions for him.
Yeah, Discord is a phenomenal premium aspect of the product that we offer. I mean, we have so many people, and it's not just the coordinators, the members in there. Like I said, they have very good insight into the slates, into the players. They're digging up little nuggets all throughout the day. The Discord is just a phenomenal environment. And like we said, I mean, people are giving away, staking each other in there and giving people an opportunity to play for, money that they typically don't play for on a given slate. So head on over to Run Pure Sports, check it out. We think that you'll really like the product that we're offering. All right, we are going to hop into this NBA slate. It's only 4 games, so we'll probably move through it rather quickly. We got the plays of the day at the end. So make sure to hit the like button for us. We got about 500 people watching, 166 likes. I think you guys can do better. So do us a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That way we can continue to bring you guys this content on a daily basis. All right, let's hop into the slate. First game, Bucks, Hawks, 230.5 total. Milwaukee favored by 4.5 in this game. And right out of the gate, it's a game that we're going to have to definitely wait for the injury news on. It's the first game of the slate, so we'll definitely have it. But Giannis is listed as questionable. Dante DiVincenzo is also listed as questionable. On the Hawks side, Trae Young questionable, Gallinari questionable. They're going to continue to be without Hunter and John Collins. And unfortunately, JT, I know this is really going to hurt you, but Tony Snell is still out. So I don't know how we're going to be able to bounce back from that, but no Tony Snell tonight either. So this game, we're really going to need the news before we can break it down now. It's like Giannis plays, phenomenal play, should be very highly owned. There's not really any other studs to pay up for on the slate. So Giannis would, immediately become the top spend. Now, where it gets interesting is if he's out, and even DiVincenzo, not that he matters all that much, but if Giannis is out, we're going to be able to look to, Middleton, Drew, Bobby Portis would become a really good play, although DraftKings did a very good job of getting his price tag up. He's at 6'8". So that's a big price tag, but I mean, he has massive upside if Giannis does indeed sit. On the Hawks side, Trae Young news is probably just as important as the Giannis news. If Trae Young sits, and Gallinari is out, we can go right back to Kevin Huerter, Bogdanovich, Clint Capella, Mangone's boy Lou Williams is always lurking. So we will have some options if Trae Young is out. If he's in, I don't hate the price tag at 9.1K on the slate. I mean, we have a nice total here, close spread. So we're really going to need the news on this one. We'll go to you, JT. I know it's going to hurt you to talk about this without Tony Snell, but do your best at getting through this for us and break down this Bucks-Hawks game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing I'm on the show with you guys, because normally I open up a slate and see that Tony's not on it and I just close it, right? I'm going on to the next slate. There's just no point in playing. But he's been out. He's getting healthier. He's doing his rehab. And hopefully he'll be back for the next game. But, yeah, there is a lot of news here. And it seems this is the time of year where, we're going to see a bunch of guys be questionable, especially from these teams that are definitely playoff bound. Looks like Coach Bud has seen what Frank Vogel is doing with listing everyone as questionable and said, hey, I kind of like that. Let's do that. And all these sites that the NBA has partnered with, DFS and gambling, can kiss my ass, right? So we'll see what happens with Giannis. Obviously, if he plays, I will say this, at least on DraftKings, if he plays, he's the only appropriately priced guy on the Bucks side that I think you can actually use, right? Because all these other guys are up 8K, 8.4, 8.3 for Middleton and Drew, and then Portis, I think 6.8. So honestly, even if he sits, you've got a decision point there. So definitely good job on the DraftKings side. On the Hawks side, same thing. They've been without Trey now. I think he's missed at least one game, and Bogdanovich at 7.2. Kevin Huerter is the only guy at 5.1 who I think is in play with or without Trey. I think you can take a shot on him just because of how many shots the Bucks will allow from the perimeter and the fact that he's going to be on, especially if Gallo is out.
Is Hoop frozen?
Me? Is it frozen?
I don't know. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
I thought it was Grandma's house. I didn't hear nothing.
Good. I'm good to go.
No.
I think
Did you say
JT got
something?
muted there for you. Huh?
Oh. Yeah,
You good,
I don't
JT?
know.
I'm good.
Oh, you got muted for a second, I think. Anyhow.
I heard all of JT's.
Okay. Because it must have been me. That's really weird.
I think Hoop decided it was time for a quick nap. He needed a little break to get on with the
I'll be
show.
honest,
And,
I started sneezing, so I muted myself and I started sneezing, and I came back and everyone's just like staring. I was like, what the hell?
I seen your mute on. I didn't know what was happening.
Indiana Big T. Talk to us about this game.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, take over.
Swashbuckle away, baby. Swashbuckle away.
I'm dying from the chat. I've been laughing at the chat the whole time, but
I got to give you credit though. I mean, this isn't a Big T thing. Like, if you know Big T, like him wearing this hat, that's not a big. I give you credit for still having that hat on. We appreciate it.
Wait till we ship tonight. I might never take it off. I might bring it with me. Just on each place we go, I'll bring the hat. The chat Hoop Zone.
Nice segment. The hat of the day. Big T.
Maybe I disconnected something when I sneezed. I don't know. Like, I sneezed and then like I popped back and you guys are all just staring at me like, what the hell?
That was good. I thought it was. I didn't know what it was. I thought you were muted or something. But yeah, I mean, this game, we just got to wait for news on this game. I mean, looking at the names, I mean, JT broke it down perfectly. The one guy I can promise you I'm not playing is our boy Mangone. His hero, Lou Williams, Sweet Lou, he thinks that it's still 2015 and Sweet Lou's getting buckets. He's not getting buckets no more, so he's not going to be on the list. Bogdan, I mean, I hope Trey is out, so I might play Bogdan either way, honestly. Bogdan has been playing so good. It's a short slate, like you guys said. I like Bogdan tonight, but we got to wait for the news. I mean, there's really no reason to even look at it until we know the status of these stars.
Yeah, very difficult. But Bogdan, the main thing with him, he would probably be my favorite if Trey's out. He's just playing so many minutes. Yeah. I mean,
and good. He's just crushing.
Yeah, 40 minutes and 40 minutes basically the last two games. So, I mean, if Trae Young's out and this game remains close, he's going to play 40 minutes. And, he's their best chance at getting the ball in the bucket. 7.2K, I think people will be hesitant. I played him the other night, actually, and he was pretty low owned, even with Trae out. I'll be going right back to him. I'll be going back to Capella. We're going to get all this news. Nope, that's not it. So we'll have to kind of wait and see, but we're going to get the news before the slate starts. That is for sure.
Before we head on over to the next game, make sure if you haven't yet, check out the podcast. You can find our podcast on Apple and Google Play. Right now, the format is basically DC, draft sheet, and the guest, and they're kind of giving the first look of the MLB slate for the day. So make sure you find us on Apple, Google Play, or wherever the hell you get your podcast. I don't know. I'm sure there's a bunch of other options out there, but those are the ones that I think are the most popular. So that's kind of why we mentioned those. Warriors, Cavs, 224 total. Warriors favored by 6.5 in this game. And the injury news here, Oubre will continue to be out. Pascal is going to be out. And then Colin Sexton on the Cavs side. And unfortunately for our boy Kaey Fallic, no Dylan Windler. That's his guy, right? Windler, Big T?
Oh, yeah. He loves Windler. He's been on Windler all year. And Windler, I don't know if he's ever cracked double digits. He's still working on his first double-digit game.
Yeah. So Kaey Fallic in the charts will not be tempted by Windler tonight. He's out. So
I had to go on that show yesterday because these two donkeys, Kaey Fallic and JSU, I'm watching the Up to Countdown or the Up to Lock show. Like always, everyone should be watching it, part of the premium. But I had to rescue them because they were on there talking up Nicholas Batum. Like, I couldn't listen to it anymore. I had to tap in and start making fun of them. Because you can't be recommending to paid members to play Nicholas Batum. That's just not allowed, right, Hoop? I mean, we can't be doing that.
God, man, this is going to pain me. This is really.
You weren't on him too.
I mean, I didn't play him, but I looked at him. So I want to be. I'm an honest guy. I'm not going to lie and just for the sake of the show say, oh yeah, F Batum, he's a terrible play. Crossed my mind. I didn't play him, but they had like 8 dudes that were going to play last night. Did you set him straight? Did Batum? I don't even know what happened with Batum.
I have no idea. Honestly, I could be putting my foot in my mouth because I have no idea what he did. Honestly, I just know it was a bad play. If he crushed, I'm going to sound really stupid right now.
I was tilting my face off about Terrence Mann, who went in there and just hacked it up for like the first 3 minutes of the game, and
immediately. Who runs better than Title? We bet 100 yesterday. I had Mann and he had Kennard, and of course, Man gets 2 fouls like 30 seconds into the game. Oh,
he still chucked it a ton. He couldn't hit a shot either when he got in there. I mean, Title owned you. He definitely owned you.
There we go. There's a dude in the chat. He said he ended up fading him because of me. Thank you. That's right, Nathan. I appreciate that.
Oh, faded Batum?
Yeah, because I made fun of him. I went on there and made fun of him. They both said, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then, so what did he finish with? Who knows? Chat, what did he finish with?
I think it was like 22.
22? He got that many? Oh, that's not even a victory if he got 22.
Yeah, he's right there. I mean, I think it's like 4.7.
35 plus, Warwick said. No way.
He did not get 35 plus.
Somebody tell me his exact points on DK. I want to know.
Kaey Fallic's not a fan of the Windler joke. The joke never gets old. I've said it, I think, every single time. I say the exact same thing. Dylan Windler. Hey, Big T, isn't Dylan Windler the guy that Kaey Fallic loves? And then we go into the same.
The thing Kaey Fallic understands is Hoop's got his jokes that he just cycles. Like, he's got the same ones with me every time, too. It's just he cycles through the same ones over and over.
Remember the gear giveaway, and we talked about Big T heading out right after the show, and going to
that's all part of the show. That's all. Yeah, 12.75.
12.72.
Yeah.
Okay, for I can't even say it. Batum.
Yeah. So you get the victory lap. There you go.
We got all this good mojo, Hoop. We got to give away a ticket tonight. Everybody's giving away tickets. We got to give one away. And both, what is it? Basketball and baseball, I think, are both $5.55 tonight.
Yeah,
they can pick a sport, whichever one they want.
We're giving away. You want to do one for?
Just one, unless they blow us away. If they blow us away, maybe more than one.
The one thing, I mean, so obviously, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That helps us out. We're gonna go ahead and give away a ticket today. Let's pull up the lobby. Let's see. I got to. Yeah, I mean, it's really good mojo today. I mean, Big T's wearing the hat.
Yeah.
Like, we got to check out some of the old family historic pictures. I mean,
we might dive back in still. We got time. We might go back to the archives.
He's in a museum, for Christ's sake. I mean, you got to love it. You got to love it. Doing the show with the hat from the Niehaus Museum. It might not be named that, but it's something else. Whatever. I mean, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, so here are the options. Basically, so it's a 555, 50K to first. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That worked for the NBA, 555.
Baseball's 555 too. If they want baseball, they can pick which sport they want.
Okay, so basically, if we pick you pick. You can do baseball. It's the exact same contest for each sport. 555, 50K to first, NBA or MLB. So if you get picked, then you choose. Make sure. Someone's joining us. He wants to defend himself.
Yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is. He wants in there. You don't like the Windler?
Yes.
Has it been played out too
Windler.
much?
Get in here, Kaey Fallic.
There we go.
I get to be on a show with JT Hayes for a few minutes. This is quite the honor.
Oh.
It is. Look at you. You're coming to us from the Naismith Hall of Fame, actually. That's pretty nice. It's a beautiful background.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you need me to
Look at that
off
gold ball in the middle. Is that from one of the 3-point contests?
Is that WNBA sign ball?
You're talking about this?
Yeah.
It better not be a WNBA.
I got that. That is the.
We'll get him right off this show in a hurry. If that's
He's my first. We talked about this. This is my first collectible item. This is a Hakeem Olajuwon from when he was on the Dream Team in 1996, I believe, maybe 92. I can't remember. They had 50 balls made, and this was one of the balls that he signed. And I actually got it. I got it, JT. You'd appreciate this. All my aunts and uncles bought it for me for my bar mitzvah.
There we go.
That is, I love to see. And then you turn your back on them and the Jewish faith by eating steak that's cooked in butter. Oh my God.
So let me back myself up a little bit, because I'm pretty sure that Hoop may be that wet guy that went missing. I think I know why he went missing is because Hoop has started coming into Discord now. So Wet's gone. Hoop comes in. Now we all know why this Wet guy's gone. It's because the only two people that make fun of Dylan Windler, and my one time that I called Dylan Windler as a good play.
No, not one time. I got over it.
Stop.
I got over it.
One time.
One time.
What are you talking about? It's
yeah. One time. What?
I kind of agree with Fallic that there were a couple of slates where you could consider him.
Yes.
But because you mentioned him so much, like the day that he was ruled questionable or he didn't practice, that's all NBA Discord was for 3 hours was retweets of, oh my God, Kaey Fallic, what are you going to do? Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe it was just an abundance on the one day.
So now let's talk about Nicholas Batum for a moment. I'd like to first say that I said
I make fun of you about the Windler thing, but I had your back on Batum.
I appreciate
I was considering
that.
Batum.
I said that 3 Clippers were a must last night. 2 of them smashed. The other one, everybody on this place was on. But I said that Zubac, and I said Reggie Jackson, and I said Terrence Mann became must the moment that Patrick Patterson was announced as the power forward.
Yeah.
I said if Patterson is announced as the power forward, you can lock in Zubac, because that means that DeMarcus Cousins is his backup. And I said Zubac is going to play every minute he can, and crappy DeMarcus Cousins is going to come on and be worthless. So I just want to say that. I said Batum interests me because JSU brought it up, and I didn't think about it before. So I have to protect myself a little bit here from Indiana Jones and his.
I will say,
you look like a fool.
The picture has hit Twitter, so we're good.
Yeah.
You're allowed to take it off at any time.
What if I don't want to take it off?
I don't want you to. I think it's a good look, actually. I think
it's not coming off. What do you mean?
I like it. I hope you stay with it, honestly. And I hope you ship tonight and you come back tomorrow wearing it. I hope you sleep in it.
If I ship, you better believe it'll be back.
I hope you hit the workbench in it.
That is.
I mean, if you.
Yeah.
The hat is going on tour if there's a ship that precedes.
There is no doubt in my mind. If someone in the chat ships, I'll wear it tomorrow. Like, that's just what it is.
Cool.
Such a good
One
hat,
more.
really.
The best part about Windler, too, that we're not talking about, just to get JT in the mix, is when he kept calling him Dean Windler, because Dean Wade and Dylan Windler, he had the mixture of both of them.
Listen, I got to be honest, right? That's kind of where he ranks in the hierarchy. I'm not even gonna give you the right pronunciation of his name, his birth pronunciation. I'm just gonna completely fuck the name up and call him something else.
I thought that's usually the bit where you go into,
I talked to Windler's parents, and actually on his birth certificate, the name is Dean, not Dylan. So we're going with it, right?
I should have. And said that actually his given name is Dean, and Dylan's a nickname from the little kids who used to bully him when he was in grade school. That's what I should say.
Oh, so a little bit of news. Gallinari's out, and Trae Young is still a game time decision. So I guess really that's not all that much news, but it kind of for this 4-game slate, I guess it does matter a little bit. All right, well, that was fun. So we're going to give the ticket away, and our guest host, Kaey Fallic. Listen, in order to get the ticket today, you have to say something that impresses Kaey Fallic, because Kaey Fallic's
leaving already. He only came.
Oh, do you want me to?
He can't wait to get out of here.
I'm happy to stay.
No,
we want you to stay.
Why would we want you to leave?
Yeah, no, you're in now.
This is y'all's show.
No. Once you're in, you're in. Like, come on, you can't bail on us.
I just told chat that they're getting the bonus of Kaey Fallic.
Yeah.
And it's still, I mean, the likes are hurtful. I mean, you're not just getting the normal Thursday Good Mojo show. You're going to get a chart. I'm pretty confident throughout this show, a chart is going to be verbally relayed to you. That's going to help you make some picks.
Verbally, you also have three balding human
print.
beings on this chat.
What?
You have 3 balding human beings on this
I'm not balding. That is not balding. That's a haircut.
You're receding.
I got the
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I got us covered,
not.
boys. I got us covered. I'm going a little gray, but I got us covered. Don't worry.
Okay. What you have is one supremely confident human being who has a beautifully shaped head, and a couple that maybe are still denying, reality and stuff like that. So, I mean, it just works out fine. It just, Kaey Fallic, come on, get it all off. Take the sides off.
You should have seen what it was. You should have seen what it was before it became this short. So this is a pretty short for me. So.
I mean, it looks good, but it would look better if it was completely shaved.
You want it all the way? You want it all the way down?
Yeah.
All right.
Love to see.
You're not ready. You're not ready. That's okay.
Nope.
So not only do you get Kaey Fallic for the entire show, but now you have to kiss his ass to win the ticket, because he's the one that's picking the ticket. So whatever you think, whatever.
I want to hear Kaey Fallic ask for likes too, because he hates when we ask for likes. I want to hear.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. My favorite thing. I think that the show should just be. We don't start the show until we get 600 likes. How about that?
I think that's fair. Hey, yesterday I was on a show with Holden, and the likes were so hurtful. I said, I think we should stop until we get the appropriate number. But then I realized I would have to look at Holden and Draft Sheet and say nothing for a long time. So we quickly dispatched with that idea. But we don't ask for likes, by the way. We demand them because our performance demands them. There's no asking. Get the likes up. You'll get the plays. It just went up 75 from where they were. So keep going.
Right,
and another rule, too.
I think I got our winner already.
I was going to say, though, the number one rule that the chat needs to understand, you don't ever ask for the ticket. You say something funny, you bring good mojo. You never ask, though. If you ask for the ticket or you repeat your first line, you're out. Don't ever repeat yourself.
So those are a couple rules. And apparently Kaey Fallic says there's a leader in the clubhouse now. Do you want to lay out
what's the leader?
Do you want to lay out any criteria, or you just let it happen naturally?
No, just it takes a lot to make me laugh. I'm a very serious human being. My charts in my paper is the most important thing in my life. Like, don't care about 2 children or my wife. Don't care about anything else going on. My job obviously is worthless. All I care about is my charts. So I'm very serious, and you just got to make me laugh.
There it is. All right, that's I guess.
What's the leader in the clubhouse though? Like, I want to see where we're at. Like, what?
But if I tell them that, they're going to get pissed if they don't get it. So I have to.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to keep it. If okay, how about that? If it ends up going somewhere else, we still want to maybe know this original message that caught your.
Not a problem. I have it on. Okay. I have it on Microsoft Word right now. I shouldn't say Microsoft though. Just Word is where it's on right now to ensure that I don't lose it.
All right. So we got the Warriors, Cavs, and like I said, Oubre is going to continue to be out. I'm not going to say the joke about the guy on the Cavs that's out. Colin Sexton is questionable. Let's go to you first, Big T or Indiana Jones or whatever alias you're going by today. Any thoughts here on this Warriors Cavs game?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to talk about how good of a call Kevin Love was yesterday that we talked about. He went for like a 40 piece yesterday. Still only played like 26 minutes, but this guy, the rest of the season, if he gets minutes, he's got upside just because of the talent he's got. I don't know. He's never going to be like a lock play because you don't know what you're going to get from him, but he's always going to have that upside if he does play, especially against a team like Golden State. So definitely in play. The rest of the game, though, I mean, man, Curry's been just totally crushing. Curry comes down to some of the other stars too. Like if Giannis and Trey are both out somehow, there's not a lot of places to spend. So Curry's going to be in play, even though I don't usually like Curry in this spot all that much. I mean, Golden State should handle Cleveland pretty easy. But, I mean, he's looked very, very good. He's looked like MVP Curry the last couple weeks. So definitely there. I'm not going to play Draymond on a back-to-back. I'm not going to play any of these other Golden State guys on a back-to-back. I don't, unless it's like a cheap guy that comes into value or something. But the Cleveland side, man, I don't see anything that sticks out besides a flyer on Love. Maybe you can play Garland. I'm sure our boy JT always loves Garland. He's definitely going to be on him, I'm sure. But actually, let's just let JT talk about it.
I like Garland when he's like 5K, 5'2". Every now and then he can put up a good game at these prices, but they're on a back-to-back too. So I don't love the Cleveland side. I did look at some of the backups for the Warriors. Toscano Anderson is 3.5. I think he only played 19 minutes last night. You don't expect Trey to show up tonight. I don't think he's going to particularly show up tonight. But Golden State's pretty shorthanded too. Pascal is out. Oubre is out. They have 8 bodies, but it looks like it's more like a 8-man rotation. So I don't mind Steph, particularly if Giannis sits. But, outside of those guys, the center and power forward position for Cleveland is a ton of bodies right now. They're all priced up. You've got Nance, who's going to play maybe 20 minutes. Jared Allen is almost 8K in this matchup. And then Taurean Prince played a ton of minutes last night. So it's just hard to get there. If Sexton is out, yeah, I will have interest in Garland because he's going to play a lot of minutes and he'll have the ball in his hand. And maybe you could, but you don't need Dellavedova on this slate. So it's just a couple of lower price plays and then Steph on this spot.
Yeah. Kaey Fallic, anything to add to the conversation?
I think that if you're wanting to play a cheap guy, I think JTA is still in play. He doesn't get a lot of usage, but I think, again, that's a lot because of Steph just being so dominant lately. But I am interested in him because his minutes came before the game became a blowout even. He sat the entire fourth quarter except for a couple minutes. So he played 19 minutes last night. I think he's in. I said it yesterday. I think he's in line for 25 if there's no blowout, and they see him as their 6th or 7th guy on their team. It seems like at this point, they'd rather play him over Looney if they can. And I think today's a day that they can play him over Looney because you can move Green up to the center and play him against Jared Allen.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Kevin Love call. I mean, this is a slate where you really have to bring a player's floor into consideration because we just really don't have the top end options today. And it's only a 4-game slate. Kevin Love is not going to play 35 minutes, but if he goes out there and plays 28 minutes, I feel really good with him returning a nice fantasy score with the potential to have a big score in that small amount of minutes. I like that Kevin Love call by BigT. So let's go ahead and move into the next one. Kings, Suns, another big total, 234.5. Phoenix favored by 12.5. And, if we're talking a 8-game, 9-game slate, probably going to avoid this one. But, it's only a 4-game slate. We're going to have to look up some options here. De'Aaron Fox has just been playing phenomenally well. This matchup is not great, but, I mean, look what he's done. Back-to-back games, 62, 61 fantasy points. Shooting the ball just a ridiculous amount. 30 shots 2 games ago, 28. I believe that game was last night. Back-to-back, though, against Chris Paul and the Suns defense is a much more difficult situation for him. Hassan Whiteside is the guy that's going to get some ownership here. He's 3.4K, I believe, on VK. Played 23 minutes last night, put up the 37 fantasy points. That's kind of, what you can expect for Whiteside. If he's going to play, 24, 25, 26 minutes, he can get you 40. And he basically did that last night. Have to imagine that he'll get the similar run tonight with Rashawn Holmes out. So I think he's a strong option on the Kings side. For the Suns, I don't know, just a very tough team, but this spot is really, really good. And it's a slate, like I said, where we can't be too picky and overly concerned with the blowout. So I think you can definitely consider these guys. Jay Crowder is pretty cheap at 4.4K. Probably play upper 20s in terms of minutes. Cam Johnson is a guy that's kind of popping a little bit as a value play. The minutes are trending up. 23. He had 30 last game, 25 fantasy points. Only 4 games. We're really searching for value. I think he's definitely on the value radar tonight. Let's go to you first, JT, talking about this Kings Suns game.
I think this is one you hit it. You hit the nail on the head here, where it being slate dependent. Kings on a back-to-back, traveling out to Arizona. I wouldn't have a ton of interest, but the Suns have at times allowed teams to stay in games that you didn't expect. And this is a Kings team that, for all of my unhappiness with the way that Luke Walton coached them and his rotations earlier in the year, they've been better. Primarily, I think, as a result of the fact that he just doesn't have as many bodies now. And so I think on the Kings side, you could definitely look to Whiteside that you talked about. I've said it on this show a bunch of times. Harrison Barnes is never going to leave the court. He's only 6'3" tonight. It's not my favorite play, but if I'm looking on the Kings, it's probably those two guys and Fox. And Buddy Hield is priced down a little bit. But there are some price point plays on this Suns team. And Chris Paul at 7.9, that's a pretty good price for him against De'Aaron Fox defense. I think it's Mikal Bridges at 5.0 on DraftKings, coming off a real dud of a game, facing a team that doesn't play any defense. And then you mentioned Jay Crowder, and I think Ayton is in play tonight at 6.7 against really no interior low post defense.
Just me, or do the Suns just play the shittiest teams in the NBA every single night? Do they ever play a good team? I mean, I feel like every time we're breaking down a slate, it's the Rockets, it's the Kings, it's the Cavs. Like, they're just playing these crappers every single night.
But when they play them, what's interesting is what they play them. The games have been staying close, and they have been insanely high scoring. Like, I'm looking at the last 10 games for the Suns right now. And they played the Bulls. They won 121-116. They played the Rockets 133-130. They played the Jazz who went to overtime. Then they played the Clippers, and the Clippers beat them handily. Wizards, they finally won pretty easily, 134-106. And then you go back to the Rockets, 126-120. So it's just like it's very – I don't know if they're playing to their competition or what's going on, but it's very interesting to look at.
Yeah. What are your thoughts here from a fantasy perspective on this game?
I think my thought is you're either stacking up the game or you're fading the game. And I don't know which way is the right way to go yet. I think it depends on what happens with the news in Milwaukee and Atlanta. So if Trey, the way I'm taking this slate as an overall is if Trey and Giannis play, I'm probably just going to stack up the first 2 games in some way and just hope I hold on. Because I think that they're better spots at that point. But if not, if they don't play, I almost want to go heavy on this Phoenix-Sacramento game and just load up on it and hope that it just goes to the moon.
Got Title in the chat saying, Hoop hates the Suns so much. I'm a realist, Title, and you're too young to understand what happens when Chris Paul and his team have a good regular season and get to the playoffs. They don't make a run. And I am going to put some money when this whole thing is settled on the fact that the Suns don't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. They're going to lose in the first round. I've been saying that the whole time. It's just what happens with Chris Paul-led teams. You'll see. Big T, thoughts here on this game?
Yeah, I'm glad I got to go last for this game because, first of all, man, we've been picking winners on here at a rapid pace. Holden yesterday said I picked 2 losers. I've only picked 1 loser in the last 3 weeks on this show on the games I've given. I know that for a fact because it's been all winners. We gave out the plus 450. What day was that, Hoop? Monday? Plus 450.
Yeah, it was Monday. I had the Pelicans.
Washington. Yeah. And you had the Pelicans. Yeah. You had to throw that in there. You couldn't let me enjoy my plus 450.
Because
you
actually,
wanted to just get that in there?
It was bullshit. It's a combo pack, man. We do these shows together. I mean, you give out a winner. Your winner a little more impressive. I will say that. But you can at least give me like a little asterisk at the bottom and say, even in 5, I just want the.
Well, you called your shot too. You said it's a lock. You went with it. Yeah. Who picked? It's all part of the show, though. It's all winners. It's a combo deal, like Hoop said. But what I was leading into, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put the hat on. It's already on. I'm going back to the whip tonight, and I'm going Kings outright tonight.
Let's go.
Plus 635.
I like that.
Plus 635.
Well, now, if Tony's doing this, I may go all in on this game because it's going to be close and high scoring.
These are the matchups, though. You guys, without even realizing it, I was pretty sure I was going to do it, but JT kind of led into it a little bit. Kaey Fallic kind of led into it a little bit without even probably realizing they were convincing me. The Suns are not really built to blow teams like the Kings out. They match up good. Like they got the guards. They play short rotation of guys that can compete. Whiteside should actually help them against a guy like, what's JT called? Aiton?
Yeah, baby. That's the way you're supposed to say it. Yeah.
Plus 635, though. I don't even want the points again. I'll take the 6-1 odds. Yeah, 12.5 is just egregious. This game's going to stay close, which – in turn, like Kaey Fallic says, if you think this game stays close, 4-game slate with some other ugly games, you better be playing some pieces from this game without a doubt.
Oh, if you think this game's staying close, you definitely want to be in here fantasy-wise. All right, just got some big news. Giannis is in. Giannis is going to play tonight. Probably going to be obviously one of the higher-owned guys on the entire slate. We just don't have.
That helps us even more for our late stack, though, because everyone's going to play Giannis now, which if you play Giannis, you're not going to be able to play a bunch of really good pieces from this late game.
Yep. DiVincenzo ruled out. But like we said, though, I believe JT brought it up. Like, these guys are priced for Giannis being out. So, I mean,
does that make Jeff Teague interesting?
Teague would probably be an interesting play. Maybe Pat Connaughton. I mean, those guys would definitely get a little boost.
God. I just got all the blood flow going for you guys.
I'm just asking.
You guys go with Jeff Teague and Pat what does JT call him? What do you call him? Pat what?
It's not what I call him. It's what his name is.
Yeah, what is his parents?
Pat
Connaughton.
Yeah.
I had all the blood flow going, plus 635 dog, and you guys go with Jeff Teague and Pat Connaughton.
We got to address the news for the people.
This is making me more interested in the Sacramento Phoenix game for sure. When looking at the pricing for the Bucks.
Yes, Kaey Fallic. Yes.
And now if Trey's out, then you absolutely have to look at the Sacramento Phoenix game because Milwaukee's just going to, unfortunately, even though Giannis is not very good, is just going to blow out Atlanta because they have no one who can slow him down.
The chat's loved it. Midnight to 6. Everyone's saying, I mean, it's true, chat. I agree with you. I mean, I had all the momentum was going, and they went Jeff Teague and Connaughton. I can't even say it how his mom calls it.
Let me say I already have 3 good choices for the winner today. So let's go back to midnight. I got 3 choices.
Yeah,
I love it.
Now we're getting back on track. But, I mean, that's being a professional. Fallic's a professional. And he realizes you got to address the news of the slate. And that is the news of the slate. As ugly as it is, hey, sometimes you got to pull your pants up and get down to work. And that's what happened there. You got to talk about the ugly stuff. And yeah, I mean, you got to talk about
I don't even get paid, and I still brought up the ugly stuff and
Jeff Teague's 4K too. He wasn't even min price. Oh no.
At least we didn't talk about Forbes. All right, we left Forbes out there to dry.
I leave Bryn Forbes calls too. I leave Bryn Forbes calls to AP.
This AP does love Forbes.
He loves Bryn Forbes.
Gosh, he's like my least favorite guy in the NBA.
That's because he's literally never crushed ever.
Yeah, gosh, and he doesn't make I swear I've watched a ton of basketball. I don't think I've ever seen him make a wide open 3. He misses constantly. All right, one more game, then we'll get to the picks. You get the bonus pick, obviously, with Kaey Fallic being here. You get the ticket. Make sure to pound the like and hit the subscribe button, and we'll get to those plays after the last game and the ticket giveaway, courtesy of Rum Pure Sports. And then tomorrow we're giving away another one from our boy Jeremy Kahn. So back-to-back days, ticket giveaway. Tonight, if your name is picked by Kaey Fallic, you get to pick the sport, either the NBA 555 ticket or the MLB 555 ticket. All right, last game, Celtics, Lakers, 212.5 total. Boston favored by 6 in this one. Only piece of news we're waiting for on the Boston side is Robert Williams. He's listed as questionable if he plays. I think he's a solid option, a guy that should come close to returning value. Has a nice price tag on DK at 5.8. The other pieces, though, they're tough. I mean, we've talked about it on the show all season long. Tatum, Brown. I mean, it just seems like they've kind of been a disappointment for the most part from a fantasy standpoint. I mean, you pull up Jaylen Brown's game log, 35, 39, 44, did have a 58 piece, but 22, 30. He's not returning like the big GPP winning upside. We have seen a little bit from Tatum lately. He's been rounding into form a little bit, 55, 47, 75 piece. That was against the Timberwolves. I think Big T could go out there and get 75 against the Timberwolves. So that's not saying all that much. But the one guy on the Lakers side, I think that's a little underpriced, Schroeder, 6.3K. The minutes have certainly been there lately, 36, 35 in the last 2 games. From a cash game perspective, I think you just play them. From a tournament perspective, you guys can talk about that. Andre Drummond, frustrating guy to roster, and minutes just haven't been there, but obviously we know what he's capable of doing, even in limited minutes. So let's go to you first, Kaey Fallic. Talk to me about this Celtics Lakers game.
I don't have a lot of interest in this game, and I'm not sure if it's just how these teams are playing right now, where Boston spreads the wealth a lot. But it's just nothing's popping to me except for Schroeder or Schroeder, I believe is how I'm supposed to say it. Holden informed me. Or Schroeder, I don't know. He has a lot of different ways of saying his name.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
We got to go to JT on this one. Are all 3 ways of pronunciation acceptable?
I call him Dennis, so I would just go with that. Yeah,
we should just start calling him Dennis. I like that.
Dennis.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm trying. Everything just doesn't flow right with how these players for the Lakers are using their minutes, except for Dennis does not have really. It seems like anybody that's stopping him from seeing the court. So you got I had an interest in THT when Wes Matthews was out, as weird as that sounds. Now that Wes Matthews is back, you lose your interest in THT and KCP. And I think that Harrell and Drummond are eating into each other. Kuzma's eating into just anything. I guess he's an okay play if you think he's going to do well. But I'm worried about the Boston defense. It's a team I don't like playing against. And then Boston spreads out their offense, and you can't trust anybody. So I don't even have Dennis. I think you can play. I'm not sure that I'm even going to go there because I'm worried about Boston's defense as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 teams that really you don't like picking on from a fantasy perspective. 2 teams that are solid defensively, and the total indicates that. I mean, it's a 212 total, which is low in this day and age of the NBA. So I'm with you. I mean, I'm not going to be going here all that often. Big T, anyone you're liking here? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this question, but I'll ask it anyway.
I mean, so normally I would agree, I don't like anyone, but it's a 4-game slate. I really don't like the Golden State game that much. I honestly don't like the Milwaukee game that much. So you're really down to only 2 games. It's tough to just not play anyone here either. I mean, we can stack it. I mean, I'm all for stacking like Phoenix, but I don't know. I really like Dennis. I like calling him Dennis too. I like that change. So he's always going to be Dennis now. I love Dennis tonight. He's going to crush Kemba. It's one of the weaknesses they actually have on Boston. They don't have much rim protection, especially if Time Lord is out. They don't have much rim protection. He's going to crush. And I don't hate Drummond, though. Just because you look at center, I'm looking at center on DK. Who are we going with? I don't see anything that I love at center. I mean, I'm sure some people will play Giannis at center, but I go down the list. Whiteside's obviously going to be popular. But if you want like to go in the upper price range besides Whiteside, I mean, Whiteside might end up like 70-80% owned because there's just not any centers. There's nowhere to go. So if you play Drummond,
Kevin Love's in there.
and I like Kevin Love too for that same reason. Like, say you play Drummond and K Love as your two centers on DK, I mean, and they both get you somehow in the 50s, which, yeah, it's probably a stretch. I agree, but it's not totally out of the realm of possibility. If they both get you 50 and Whiteside gets you 12, what are you going to – you are going to literally print. You're going to just set your amount you win. Yeah, it's not likely. The chalk people out there are like, yeah, that's not going to happen. They're not going to get 50. Whiteside's not going to get 12. But there is a path for all of that to happen without a doubt. Whiteside's busted a million times. Drummond and K-Love definitely have upside if they get the run. So I like Drummond and I like Dennis for sure in this game. And I like backloading. I mean, I've been a front loader, BigT 777 all year. I'm going to backload these 2 10 o'clock games for sure and wait for news, unless Teague is out. If Teague's out, or not, now I'm saying freaking Teague. Trey, unless
you're in his head, Fallic.
Unless Trey is out. If Trey's out, I'm going to have to play like Bogdan and probably some of these Atlanta guys. But if now I'm saying Teague every time. Just move on from me. This is embarrassing.
Owning him, just owning.
Freaking
Kaey Fallic just living rent free in Big T's Indiana Jones.
I can't wait for Dylan Windler to make his reappearance to the Cavaliers.
Dylan or Dean?
Kaey Fallic said he's only recommended him one time. I'm still recovering from that.
We need to get Mangone's good at digging shit up. We got to get Mangone on that and get the official number.
Mangone's too busy watching Lou Williams highlights.
JT, thoughts here on this game?
Yeah, I think so. Before I get into this game, one of the things that Big T was talking about. Look, I think these Phoenix guys are going to come in extremely low owned because everyone's going to think King's on a back-to-back. So my favorite center is going to be DeAndre Ayton because, I mean, you look the Wizards, 4 centers scored a combined, I think, 60 DK points against them last night, and they're not nearly as talented as Ayton is. I know that Phoenix spreads the ball around a little, but here in this game, it's tough. I agree with you guys. I think Dennis is underpriced. I think Kuzma is a little bit underpriced at 6'5". If he gets 34, 35 minutes, I think he can put up at least a floor score in the range that you'll need to be in the top 10 on this slate. And then I hate to say it because it makes me almost feel like vomiting, but Marcus Smart at 6'1" on DraftKings is a little bit underpriced here for the minutes that he's been playing with, I think, an ability to score some points against this defense. And Tatum's going to give you a nice floor. I think Jaylen Brown in this matchup will give you a decent floor, but I'm not going to go. If I have 1 or 2 plays from this game, I think that'll be it.
I like the Marcus Smart call.
Can I just say, I think that what's interesting is I think that the important piece of news to make Marcus Smart a good play is Robert Williams being in. Because what I've noticed about Boston over the last few weeks is they've gone from the solo game of Tatum and Brown and Kemba doing their own thing to actually playing like a team, and Robert Williams being available under the basket to do those layups and stuff has opened up the game more for the assists to be available. Like if you look at the assist numbers for both Kemba and Marcus Smart over the last few games, probably the last 8 or 10 games, they're pretty solid together. But if you look at them earlier in the year, they play solo all game. So,
yeah, very, very good breakdown there. All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We have the plays of the day. You get a bonus one. Kaey Fallic joined us today, so that's nice. You get the 4th play of the day, and then you still have a little bit of time to get your to submit your comment for Kaey Fallic to choose the winner of the 555 ticket. So he's going to pick someone to win a 555 ticket on DraftKings tonight, either NBA or MLB, your choice. So only a few more minutes to 1, hit the like button, and 2, get your comment in there. So Kaey Fallic can go ahead and choose his favorite. We're going to do that right at the end of the show. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the plays of the day. We're going to start with our boy JT Hayes and my favorite name by far, the Eiffel Tower play of the day. Who do you got for us?
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, it's a spot I've attacked all season long. I know that a lot of people aren't going to want to play this guy. He's showing around 15 to 18% ownership, which on a 4-game slate is incredibly tasty. The chat thinks I'm pronouncing his name wrong. The chat is wrong. Imagine thinking that I care what you think about my pronunciation. It's going to be DeAndre Ayton. He's going to light up the interior of this Kings defense, and I like that call. I think I'm going to be heavy on this game and look for just a couple of complementary pieces. So DeAndre Ayton and suck it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you picked Ayton because you know what, Big T, F you. You've made fun of me about Ayton, however you want to pronounce it, all season long, and now he's an official play of the day. How do you feel about that?
I hope he crushes because I'm going to end up stacking this game hard.
Let's go. All right.
So I hope he does good.
All right.
The best thing is
more than making fun of Hoops plays, and Ayton's been one of them all season long. So now he's on the same squad. Only good things can happen.
The best thing is these pronunciations. I mean, you guys are now pronouncing them the same way. I love it.
It's in my head. I can't avoid it. Cannot avoid it. Yeah, you know what? It's a good segue actually right into my play. So we'll go ahead and take care of the 4X play of the day. And I'm going the same game, same team. Give me Jay Crowder as the 4X play of the day. You guys have sold me, and I was kind of liking it before this show, and the fact that you guys are all kind of on the same page makes me like it even more. Want some exposure to this game. Jay Crowder, nice low price tag, and he has upside. He can get there. Yes, the floor is low, but he definitely has upside. I think he's a great tournament option tonight. All right.
Love that price. Love it.
Huh?
Love that price.
Yeah. Great price tag. All right. We're going to head on over to Kaey Fallic with the charts play of the day.
So
go for it.
Yeah. So let's stay in the exact same game because it seems like the right spot. But we're going to go the other team. We're going to go with the guy that arm is probably going to fall off in the next few days from all the shots he's put up. But you know me, and I like my shooters lately. And De'Aaron Fox has shot the ball in the last 2 games 30 times and 28 times. Yeah. And when you get a point guard shooting it that much, you get a guy like Steph Curry where he's going to somehow get there, in my opinion, if he continues to shoot 25 plus times a game.
Yeah, love that call. I mean, 58 shots in his last 2 games. I mean, that's an insane number. But, I'm sure he has a few days off after this. He's going to be chucking tonight, so he's not going to be all that worried. All right, heading over to Big T for the official Thursday night workbench play of the day. Who do you got for us, Big T?
So, diving in, I was probably going to go with Fox if Kaey Fallic didn't do it, just because he's going to crush. We got all the dudes in this same game, so I need to find a gem in this game. I like your guys' plays. I like where we're at there. I could go with a guy like Booker, but I don't know. That's too easy. I don't really want to go there. I want to find a cheap guy we can play to go with our stack. Who can I go with? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go with Cameron Johnson, who's played 29 and 23 minutes the last 2 games, 25 fantasy points both games. Now he gets Sacramento defense. He's 3,400, the same price as Whiteside. Maybe you pivot off Whiteside to Cam Johnson, and all he has to do is outscore Whiteside. That's literally all that has to happen. I haven't played Cam Johnson all year. I want a cheap guy, though. He fits with our roster build. Give me Cam Johnson for the workbench tonight.
Yeah, feel good about that. Feel good about all those plays, really. That game is appealing.
And they go good together. Throw them all in there.
Put them all in there. Actually, yeah, you know what? If you have a team, if you play all those guys, all 4 of those guys, and your team – cashes or something in a GPP, tag us, and maybe tomorrow we'll put another ticket in there. We got Jeremy Kahn, Jay Love, who won the 20K last night. He's giving away a ticket tomorrow night. If you play all 4 of those guys and cash into GPP, tag us on Twitter, and we'll potentially, like I said, if that team does cash, we'll pick another winner, or maybe 2. You never know. We're generous people. We might have a big ticket frenzy tomorrow. We'll see. All right. giving the ticket away today. Big T got excited. We started out the show, me and JT kind of picking items behind Big T that we wanted to see. We found this hat, absolute gem. Big T got excited. The good mojo started. He said, we're giving a ticket away. Good mojo continued with our boy Kaey Fallic joining us on the show. I mean, it's just been a great all-around show. A lot of positive energy, a lot of good mojo. We're giving the ticket away tonight, but the comments had to suit Kaey Fallic. He has the winner here. Kaey Fallic, what do you got for us?
Let me first say that I you probably saw me looking to the side a lot because my second screen is this direction, so I know that you can see the mostly of the baldness going on, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I am not avoiding the conversation. But I really took some time really reading through these chat, and I found 5 that I liked, and I want to read all 5 of them.
Yep.
I'll say which one the winner is last. I'll save that one for last. So it started off as, just so you know, the one that was in the lead was our boy VP Sethi. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but I'll let JT fix that.
You're
He
good.
said Kaey Fallic's charts have replaced Playboy for all men. I thought that was a good one. Then we had Rick Atari say, in regards to this beautiful hat that is on Big T's head today, is the RPS female membership numbers from Australia are going through the roof because of Big T and that hat.
How is that not the winner? That should be the winner. If I was
Just
picking,
wait,
that was the
just
winner.
wait.
In there.
Just wait.
It's like the Oscars. You get the finalists, then you get the winner. So
Just wait.
that's a good one.
We then have Grinder, Grind6, who said Kaey Fallic looks like he is in a sports memorabilia store. JT is in an empty room but makes it look good for the camera. Hoop is the front desk attendant for a salon, and who the hotel knows where Big T is.
Do I need to get the guitar? Do I need to get the guitar?
Yeah, you might need to take
really
us off,
solid.
sign us off with a song. That would be good. Yeah.
And then we have the last one that was in the honorable mention section. NBA Live 99, Big T. That hat's like all the condoms you've tried. Too small for the big dome. That was another. That was another good one.
That can't be the winner. That's
But that's
too much
not the winner.
Big T.
The winner is going to go to our boy Eric Johnson, who at the last minute said this guy's name is JT because he can't pronounce his own name.
It's really. That's got to be it. Yeah, that's a good one.
That was good.
So that was Eric Johnson.
Yeah, send me a
Eric
message
Johnson.
in Discord. I got things set up, so send me a message in Discord, Eric.
Yeah, shoot Big T a message. We'll get you lined up and let them know NBA or MLB, your choice, whatever one you want to enter. And make sure you tag us the link to the contest or something on Twitter so we can all
Robert
follow.
Williams out.
Yeah. So we got some big news, and then Colin Sexton will play tonight. So I got a couple pieces of news.
Backload season. Wait on Trey News is where we are at this point, in my opinion. So JSU doesn't even need to go on the show. Just backload.
We should move the show back to like 9:30. Or the Cubs.
Yeah. So make sure to head on over to Run Pure Sports. Got JSU and Holden taking you up to lock, breaking down all the news, part of the premium product at Run Pure Sports. But we had a lot of fun. It was a fun show. Make sure, like I said, tomorrow to tune in. We have another ticket giveaway, at least one ticket, potentially more. Our boy Jeremy Kahn is giving away a ticket to probably the same sort of contest tomorrow. I'm guessing it'll be the same dollar amount. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for that ticket giveaway on this show. But we're going to get on out of here. JSU and Holden will be taking you up to lock, like I said. So for Kaey Fallic, for Mr. JT Hayes, for Big T / Indiana Jones, I'm Hoop. Good luck tonight in your contest.